Popularly, I am in a place you are.
Welcome back to Movie Flix. Today we are going to recap a dark thriller episode titled The National Anthem from Black Mirror Season 1 Episode 1, a political thriller in which the fictional Prime Minister Michael faces a huge and shocking dilemma when Princess, a much-loved member of royal family, is kidnapped. But before we begin, please consider subscribing to our channel. Now, without wasting any further time, let's begin, shall we? Our main character, Michael, the Prime Minister of United Kingdom, is awakened to find that Princess Susanna, a valued member of the royal family, has been kidnapped. A video of Susanna is shown to the Prime Minister in which she threatens to kill herself if Callow does not pay the ransom demand. The camera has halted at this time, and his crew is establishing that this is definitely the princess who has abducted while coming from the wedding. The video continues and the demand is shocking. He must have live sexual intercourse with a pig and broadcast it on national television at 4 p.m. on every network with the list of technical specs designed to make it hard to fake. He initially mistook it for a hoax, but his staff is positive that both the video and the demand are legitimate. The kidnapper leaves no detail or communication channels, making negotiating difficult. Callow is passionately opposed to carrying out the horrific act and requests a committed court team to apprehend the kidnapper before the deadline. Callow further specifies that this should not be broadcast outside of this room. At this time, he is informed of the third essential detail, the ransom film organized on YouTube, and despite being only online for 9 minutes, has already been viewed, downloaded and duplicated by thousands of British citizens. They did, however, instruct the media not to go on air and issue a D-notice immediately. Although the national media first agrees not to cover the story, it swiftly spreads to foreign news network which promptly cover it. Following this, the UK media followed a suit, sanitizing crucial information. However, everyone is already aware of the odd ransom demand. Alex, the Home Secretary, discreetly planned a contingency and told Special Agent Khaled. He then meets Noel, an Emmy winner for his work in effects. The goal is to utilize CGI to make porn stars' heads seem like Callow's, creating a believable impression. Noel admits it is a difficult task considering the kidnapper's request, but Khaled orders it to be completed by 2 p.m. After Prince's video went viral, the public appeared to be Callow's side, advising him to avoid performing desired action. Simultaneously, wags on Twitter and YouTube mock the scenario. Callow and his wife Jane has worried about might it happen and informed him that others were laughing at us and that it was already happening in their heads. Requests that he swear that you will not be required to do anything like that. He then receives a phone call from the Queen, who tells him, "I believe you will do all in your power to get her back." The scenario then turns to Agent Khaled, reminding Noel that he must do the task as soon as possible because our performer has arrived. However, when someone recognizes the porn actress and tweets about it, the kidnapper sends a severed finger and a video of Princess to a news outlet. This one appears to show him chopping off Prince's finger to emphasize how serious he is, as warning against future attempts to imitate the dead. Callow became enraged at Alex and called her a bitch for thinking it would work. By this point, the public opinion has swung against Callow, who insists on doing it in order to save Princess. Meanwhile, his team discovered the location of initial YouTube video upload. This prompts Callow to order an emergency rescue operation on the building where Princess is believed to be imprisoned. Meanwhile, a reporter named Malaika calls the Prime Minister's office and requests information from government officials. He originally said nothing and disconnected, but after she received a topless photo, he became in and revealed her the location of the raid. She then traveled to that area, live streaming the top secret operation on her phone and exposing it to the rest of the world. As it turns out, the structure was a ruse. During a mission, an armed team hit a disturbance and began after the reporter. Believing it was kidnapper, they gave her a warning shot and then shot her in the leg. When they realized it was Press, a cop shot her phone and joked, "Here's your reward for being loud." With the clock approaching 4 p.m. and no leads or indications to where Princess is, Callow attempts to refuse it regardless of what happens with Princess. Alex warns Callow that he would endanger his public image, but he has little choice because his party and the royal family have given him orders that must he follow. She quietly threatens Callow, stating that if he refuses, neither he nor his family will be safe from the consequences. She also notifies you that the broadcast arrangements have been made that you are no longer in control. Callow is defeated and agrees unwillingly. Nobody is outside and many people have mob in offices and pubs to watch the event, while a TV announcer discloses that it is about to happen, and a nausea-inducing noise is played in a vain attempt to deter viewing. Callow is informed by Alex that possessing a recording would become awful at midnight. He is handed powerful pills and advised before entering the room. When Callow spotted the pig, he directed the camera's crew attention to his face and told the audience, "I pray this will bring the safe return of our princess." He says, "I love my wife," before apologizing for what he is going to do. Callow has sex with the pig in front of live global audience who, despite their empathy and contempt, are driven to witness history. He suffers severely as he tries for more than an hour to reach climax. Meanwhile, Princess remains uninjured after being released on London's bridge. The finger provided to the news station belonged to the kidnapper who committed suicide during the program. It has since been established that she was released 30 minutes before the incident and went missed because everyone was preoccupied with the program. Alex knew it was a statement and ordered that early release be kept secret, especially from the Prime Minister. She then tells Callow, who is vomiting as a result of his adventure, that the princess is safe and undamaged. Jane then calls him, but he ignores her and bursts into tears. A year after the incident, Callow's political image is stronger than ever, with more popular approval as a result of his willingness to sacrifice his dignity. Princess has recovered from her captivity and is pregnant. The activities were organized by previous Turner Prize winner Carlton Bloom with the purpose of making an artistic point by showcasing key occurrences that went unreported by the public and the government because they were elsewhere watching screens and not paying attention to the actual world. Callow, however, asks his wife to speak to him behind closed doors as she walks away silently. And this is where the episode comes to an end. I hope you enjoyed it. As always, until next time.